Hey there YouTube. Today's video is going to be a review and test of the newly released Osmo Pocket 3. I bought this today with my own money. So today's video is no nonsense, no sponsorships. I do not have to suck up to DJI because they sent me one, because they did it. The fast charging on this is incredible. It came out of the box with about 45% battery on it. And I thought, okay, I'll plug it in via USB-C, great. And I will wait maybe an hour, it'll be done. I waited like 20 minutes. I wasn't timing it, but it felt like about 20 minutes. And then I checked and it was like, oh, 100%. It's fully charged already. And yeah, super impressed by the fast charging on this device. It is actually pocket sized, by the way. That was another thing I wanted to know because it looks quite large. I thought there's no way that will actually fit in a pocket. But I tested it today and it does. So technically not false advertising, I guess. Anyway, here's the plan, YouTube. I'm going to put this device through a series of tests. I'm also going to test it beside my iPhone 14, which I'm filming on today. And we'll get a real look at if this is an advantage over the device that's probably in your pocket. Before I get to the sample footage, a couple other things I want to note. I did not buy the creator pack. I mean, apparently, according to YouTube, everyone bought the creator pack, because everyone is talking about the new mic and all the new accessories. To me, I'm gonna use this mostly for getting B-roll on the streets, or if I'm biking, I like the ability to get nice smooth footage, or if I'm walking on an airplane or like somewhere where I need to be discreet, but I wanna get some quick B-roll shot as I'm traveling. And in none of those scenarios do I picture myself actually needing crisp audio, or frankly wanting to take the time to set up the mic and put it on me. Like other people's mileage may vary. I understand why some people want the mic and the filters and everything. For me, it's just not a big selling point. But this is the moment of truth, my friends. This is the first look at the footage and the audio, of course, out of the DJI device. And I will assume the DJI team is smart enough to put the mic somewhere that my hand will not be covering. But of course I will find out when I review the footage. So I'll give you a little side-by-side walk and talk. My arm right now is held comfortably. Like, this is a position that I could easily hold for 5 minutes or more. If I wanted to fully stretch my arm out, that's as wide as we get. I've got pretty long arms, so keep that in mind, but even at a comfortable distance, you got plenty of space above and below my head, so I would say the focal length on this is quite good. Now as I go straight on, this is more of a standard look, I would say. And I'm gonna switch to my iPhone. You're now hearing the iPhone audio, so hopefully that gives you a nice comparison of how they sound. The iPhone does have great audio, by the way, so if the iPhone wins, I mean, I don't know which one will win, but just so you know, the iPhone audio is like way better than the Pixel that I used to have. So yeah, I'm gonna walk with my iPhone beside the Pocket 3, and I'm gonna try to hold them equally smooth, equal distance apart, and we'll get a real look at how the footage compares. Okay, here we go. And one thing to note is the iPhone, at least my iPhone, doesn't have a very wide selfie camera. So, I mean, I'm really holding my hand out now to get an equal distance. Just look how much more range you have with the Pocket. It's not even close. But if I'm holding it comfortably, it's just, I would say the iPhone works for short clips, but this is not the iPhone at its best. Sorry, the framing is a bit unequal. Trying my best to walk, talk, not run into anyone, and also test these two cameras. So I'm gonna put the iPhone away for the moment, and we are going to warm up, go inside, grab a coffee, test the footage indoors. Should be fun. So this is what I would classify as a difficult audio environment because I'm indoors, there's other people, there's conversations happening in the background. I'll continue to talk on the Osmo because that's probably what you want to hear on this video. I just did a little close-up test using this coffee cup, and I think I may have found a situation where the phone actually works better. The iPhone is quite good at the minimum focus distance, whereas the Pocket 3 was struggling to pick up within about, 2 or 3 inches. And so yeah, I think if you are looking at close-ups, this device is just not made for that kind of filmmaking. Though I was able to get some cool footage, it's just not, it's not ideal for this kind of setup. We're now back outside, clearly. I was very impressed by the footage indoors. So I've already seen enough today to justify this purchase. Though I must say it isn't cheap, okay? So if you're someone who maybe you bought a GoPro a few years ago or some other little action camera, you might be shocked how much this actually costs. So if you are someone who is just capturing personal memories for yourself and you're not planning any professional work, you're not trying to grow a channel online on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, you might ask yourself if you really need the features that this is offering. For me, it's the bigger sensor size that intrigued me, to get the ability to have quality low light footage as well as footage of beautiful scenes like this. Triple tap to flip. Let me see if I can get a little zoom in. Oh no, that's my my lack of familiarity with the camera. So max zoom 2 times. Beautiful fall day here in Montreal. But I must admit, I'm struggling here to find any real downsides to this camera. I don't know if this is too nitpicky, but one thing is that once or twice I thought I was recording and I wasn't. And I don't think I've missed any footage because of that, but like I'll press record sometimes, and I mean there it appeared immediately. But like I'll try to show you an example. Oh. There's the TikTok mode, which I won't be using. I'll try to show you an example. Like, by the way, super clean how it closes and protects the lens. I love that. So if I press record immediately, see, I pressed it. Did you see that? I pressed it, but it didn't work. I was too fast. I'll try to show you again. So like, let's say that seagull did something super epic. You do something epic. Oh, he's eating something. I guess that's kind of... Okay, so let's say he did something epic and I was like, oh my God, I need to get it. Boom, record. Didn't happen. And so I guess you need to wait a couple seconds, right? While I drink my coffee, I'll give you guys a little time lapse. Just for you, okay? Okay, so I got the device set up. This mini tripod is actually mine. It's always good to have one of these. Here we are in time-lapse mode. They actually got a few presets, which is kind of cool. We're gonna do clouds. This is a 10-minute time-lapse, taking a photograph every 2 seconds. Let's see how it turns out. What you're seeing at the top left there is a countdown, and the reason it says 0 is so far I've filmed 0 seconds of time lapse. So I suppose after about 24 or 30 photos, it'll change to 1 second, and so on and so on, and it'll let you know the length of the time lapse that you've created. All right, so it's been running for about 8 minutes. I'm actually going to stop this and see what a slightly shorter time lapse looks like. So let's see if I'm able to stop it. Hopefully. Yeah, it's saving. So that'd be cool. That's good to know. You don't need to run the full... Oh, look at that. That is actually pretty cool. You know what's funny? I was already like mentally prepared to say, yeah, not much is happening. The clouds aren't moving too quick today. But actually, Yeah, that is sick. Something else I really wanted to test, I just remembered, is what it's like using this on a bicycle. Because if this can get cool, smooth footage on a bike, that's gonna be a very useful way to get a lot of B-roll around the city. Right now I'm going up a hill, so I'm not going that fast. But in a minute, we're gonna be at the top, and then I'm gonna cruise pretty quickly down the hill, and we'll see how it looks. All right, down the hill, here we go. Hope I don't drop this thing. Whoa, man. Do you guys see that guy? Just look at the detail in that sky. You probably can't hear me too well right now, but the footage looks nice from where I'm sitting. Yeah, I would not even attempt to get footage like this on my phone. And I've been playing around with that 2x zoom, which I thought might be a gimmick I would never actually use, but again, you'll have to tell me what you think of these shots too, but I think some of these are pretty cool. Like, check this out. With a bigger setup, it'd be almost impossible to get a shot like that. Like, check this out. This is a pretty famous Montreal art piece. I'll try to do something cinematic around this corner. See how it looks. So we're back at 1x zoom. We're gonna approach. Again, maybe it'd be just as cool to stop and reframe, but I think it's an interesting technique to have. Yeah, I like this a lot. Ooh, I like the look of that Dirty Dog sign. I'm going to actually cross and see if I can get some cool slow-mo as I walk by. It just had that kind of post-apocalyptic look to it. Thought it might make a cool shot. Alright, so I'm getting kind of hungry. There's a Vietnamese place around here that I like. So I'm going to go destroy a noodle soup. And after that, it should be good low-light conditions. And I'll end this video with a little low-light test. So, see you in a few. Okay, I literally have 1% battery life left after testing this all day. But this is perfect because I can get one low-light shot. As you can see, the sun has set. Hopefully I can take a little walk before the battery dies. And if you're seeing what I'm seeing, oh, let me make the iPhone wide. If you're seeing what I'm seeing, the footage looks great compared to the iPhone, which is having all kinds of trouble. This is the real advantage of the 1H sensor, and this is where you really see the difference. Again, I'll have to look on the big screen to see how much noise there is. And just like that, I hit 0. How's that for timing? Just as my review ends. Yeah, it said saving the file and then it just turned itself off. If you ever wonder what happens when you hit 0% battery. And yeah, I think that was a successful test. I hope that was useful for some people out there. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this. And I will catch you next time. Peace.